Okay.
You got that on body cam?
What's he doing here?
He is legit. 10-4-5.
I need a medical attention right now. Unlock me. Call 911. Call 911.
We're releasing you right now,
call
sir.
911 now.
Cops often overstep their boundaries and have to be corrected by none other than the FBI itself. Today, we'll be watching these shocking moments where FBI agents humbled these ignorant cops. On the 20th of December 2019, FBI Special Agent Alexis Hatton came over to Carabel to investigate alleged police corruption. He called Franklin County's Sheriff Deputy Rolf Gordon to meet with him outside the sheriff's office. The deputy arrived at the location but wasn't too pleased with the agent.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
That'll work.
Did you run your body cam?
I am now, because I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Hatton. The FBI.
Okay.
You got that on body cam?
I do, but I don't understand what the problem is with you meet me at the office.
I'll talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office about it. You can cut off the recording device now.
Okay. Well, I will when I leave the area, sir. Hey, TJ, this guy is telling me to turn my body camera off and telling me he's going to contact other people to get involved with this. Let me get his tag number real quick. It's going to be LKST57.
Mr. Hatton urged Deputy Gordon to turn off his body cam as he wanted to have a private conversation with him. The deputy, however, refused as he wanted to confirm his identity first.
He says he does not give out business cards. Yeah, I don't believe this. No. There's something fishy with this right here. He's got a radio and he's got credentials.
Franklin
33, go ahead. Yeah, he told me to turn my body camera off because he didn't want that running. And so now he's still here. He's looking at me.
Franklin 33, at 428 Lincoln, Kilo, Sierra, Tango 57. She was played on 2015.
Absolutely not.
4-door, still
Now he's
dark blue in color.
Now he's saying I'm trying to detain him.
Back to
I've never told you I was detaining you. That's on camera
Bill.
that you are staying here willingly, sir.
630 F20, 51 29 on that vehicle.
Despite Mr. Hatton showing him his valid credentials, the deputy wasn't believing him. He soon got some information on his car that added more suspicion to the case.
Just advises Advanced Wiring Company.
Do you work for a wiring company?
Further.
It's a covert vehicle, sir.
Okay.
I do feel like I'm being detained. Am I being detained?
Am I being detained? You're the one who called me here, sir. How did you get my phone number?
I can't give you that information. I need to take my weapon off, okay?
26 Franklin.
I'm not going to put you in cuffs.
Putting the narrative for this call. That
Where's it
subject
at?
he's got detained.
Okay.
I've got my
Claiming
weapon
to be
on
a
my
federal
right.
agent.
You do got, is it on, do I have permission to take it off?
No, you don't have permission to take it
Just
off.
hang tight right here. I'm not cuffing you. I'm not cuffing you.
The FBI agent told the officer that it was a covert vehicle as he wouldn't be traveling in his own. The deputy didn't seem to understand any of this as he kept questioning him.
But you're being very uncooperative with me. You asked me to come up here. You called my personal cell phone number. You can't tell me how you got it. Your vehicle's coming back to a wiring company, not the
It's
FBI.
a covert vehicle.
Okay. Would
Would you like to see some registration?
You get mad at me because I turned my body camera on.
Would you like to see some registration?
And you know a lot of stuff about me.
Would you like to see the registration, sir?
I don't really want anything from you at this point. My supervisor's on the way.
Excellent.
Do you have identification?
I surely do. I showed it to him. Would you like to see it, sir?
That's fine. You don't have to keep your hands up. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
out here.
I don't want to be shot either.
I'm going to call my office.
Yes, sir.
Bye, Jim. Jacksonville, this is Special Agent Hatton.
You called a deputy sheriff's personal cell phone. You can't tell me how you got the number.
That's right.
Your tag's not coming back to the FBI.
Correct.
Okay. I haven't seen a badge. I've seen an ID card. I haven't seen a badge.
You have not seen...
No, sir. I haven't seen a badge. I've seen an ID card.
I handed this to you. Did you grab it? Take it out of my hand. Do you not see a badge?
I see a badge now. That's the first time I saw the badge,
good
sir.
Lord. You don't need to be a deputy.
I saw this. He kept opening this.
Yeah. That's called my badge and my credentials.
That's very professional of you to say that statement. But anyway, that I was very observant to be a deputy because you never showed me that. You showed me the inside of it, but not the badge.
Are you hearing all this, Larry?
The deputy had called for backup, and in some minutes, several deputies arrived on the scene, including a supervisor. Instead of dealing with the situation calmly and knowing who he was, they went over to detain Hatton.
Yeah, somebody's talking back to him on the radio. But
Turn around for him, brother. Okay. Turn around. Okay. All right.
all right, just being detained. Double lock them.
What's the charge, brother?
You don't have any yet,
You're
but right
just being
now we're
detained,
running you
sir.
through multiple federal databases.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's coming up with your name. You also coming back on a terror watch list. So we're going to secure you for our protection and yours. We're going to put you in the back of a police car.
Where's that weapon at, sir?
It's on my right side, brother.
Mr. Hatton wasn't much worried about the arrest as he knew the truth would be out soon. However, once he was arrested and put in the back of the police cruiser, he encountered a desperate situation.
Yeah, we're just trying to verify you.
But since you don't want to give us no info for nobody to contact,
That's just the wallet that you was showing me a while ago.
Yeah, that's my wallet.
He had just called me and like, hey man, what's up? I said, I gotta go meet this guy. He's investigating something.
He's hollering. I can't see in there.
Yes, sir.
I need air, brother.
Okay.
Suffering here.
All right, I'm turning it on right now.
Open the door. I can't breathe.
Sir, I can't open the door. You're being detained right now.
26 Franklin, 1065, serial number, yellow block 19.
Go ahead.
I got the air on full blast, sir.
No, brother. I can't feel
6 to correction 530. What is that gentleman's name you got detained?
Don't got the...
You haven't cooperated with anything we've
530.
done.
What's that gentleman's name you got detained?
Brother.
It's gonna be Alexis Hatton. Alexis Hatton.
Do you have your body camera on still, brother?
Absolutely, it ain't going off.
Thank you, brother. Look, I'm begging for you. Turn the air. You're burning me up, brother.
I had the defroster on.
No, you didn't. Brother, I need air. God almighty.
On the other hand, the deputies were trying to verify Mr. Hatton's status, and they soon realized the grave mistake they had made. Surprisingly, none of them had any regret on their faces after knowing they had messed up.
Yes, sir. I'm on the phone with his supervisor. He is legit.
10-4. So we can. So they just said,
10-4.
all right, that's what I'm doing right now. They just called back. Sheriff
So y'all
said
gonna go ahead and let him go?
what's he doing here?
he is legit. 10-4-5. I'm gonna
Who just called?
handcuff him now. Captain Webb just called.
Who verified?
Captain Webb. I don't know who. 33 to 5. Could you advise me who verified that this person was legit?
Y'all are out with.
Oh, that's the super. But
It's like the
I
X-Files.
can't talk to you right now till I'm on the phone with his
he
supervisor.
told me I need to discuss some things with you about the Carabel area. Are you working over here today? I said,
Franklin,
yes, sir.
you did advise
So
Lawrence.
he told me to meet him here. I came up. He said, do you mind me
And that's 10-4.
sitting in my car with me real quick? He showed me, he flipped open his
10-4, just making
wallet
sure we
and
have
it showed credentials. It didn't show he didn't show a badge, but it showed FBI in his name.
Despite knowing the truth, the deputies didn't relieve him from the handcuffs and the severe heat he was fighting with. Ultimately, they went over towards him and uncuffed him.
All right, sir.
Call 911. I need a medical attention right now. Unlock me. Call 911. Call 911.
We're releasing you right
no,
now,
call
sir.
911 now. Call 911. I need
33.
33.
I'm sitting there begging you to cut off your
We're
freaking heat.
releasing him now. he's requesting EMS to respond at this time.
Yes, security vehicle. I'm about to get it for you.
Franklin to 33, can you give me an exact address?
We're at the new substation for the sheriff's office, Franklin.
It was evident that Mr. Hatton's condition had worsened in the heat as he sat inside the car almost unconscious. On the other hand, the deputies called for EMS, who took an eternity to arrive.
Yeah, I would guess. My window is open back there.
Yeah, but we need a location, sir. 17 Southeast Avenue,
Franklin to 33, be advised EMS approximately 10 minutes.
10-4, thank you. Yeah. Does he need, you need another bottle of water, sir? No? I got...
I can't see, I lost my vision.
The deputies were insensitive as they joked about Mr. Hatton's worsening condition. At last, the EMS arrived, and he was taken to the hospital to get the medical care he needed.
Did you see him? He pulled me into his car. He asked me to come into his car.
Well, I was sitting over there. I didn't hear him say that, but I do remember you going around.
So I go in there. He goes, I need to discuss this ticket that you wrote.
So you wrote a ticket to a CI, I guess.
Make sure I got his.
Yours? I don't know what you're talking about. Get him whatever's mine, my gun and stuff.
You got your wallet in your pocket? You said it's scheduled FBI?
I do have his.
Someone have to secure that weapon.
Hatton was transported to the hospital and was released after getting some treatment. Soon after this blue-on-blue encounter, several FBI agents met with the sheriff and tried to close the gap between them. Sheriff A.J. Smith claimed that the deputy did nothing wrong and was only following departmental policies. Both institutions also claimed that they'll be happily working together from now on. While sometimes the FBI do get the better of police officers, that often ends up in several firings.
These arrests are the culmination of more than 2 years of painstaking and methodical investigative work by the FBI, by the United States Attorney's Office.
In a surprising turn of events, almost 100 FBI agents were involved in an 18-month investigation and arrest of 10 police officers from the Bay Area. The agency targeted Antioch and Pittsburgh police departments and started to apprehend the officers one by one. Later in August 2023, the officers were arrested, and that's when U.S. Attorney Ismail Ramsey and FBI Special Agent in charge Robert Tripp held this news conference announcing the officers' charges.
The first indictment charges 6 defendants. I will refer to it as the college degree benefits fraud indictment. The indictment describes how several defendants conspired to defraud police departments, including the Antioch and Pittsburgh police departments. The officers claimed that they had earned college credits towards degrees, when in fact they hired people to attend classes and take exams for them. The police department's policies permitted reimbursement of the tuition cost and awarded salary raises to officers who earned college degrees. These defendants conspired to defraud their police departments and to reap the financial benefits of earning college degrees without putting in the work or obtaining the knowledge that comes from real educational achievement.
6 officers were charged with degree fraud, and the list of charges was only about to get worse, as you'll be shocked to find out what the next group of cops did.
The second indictment charges 2 defendants with conspiring to distribute anabolic steroids. The indictment describes how the defendants agreed to illegally obtain and distribute the drugs. It also describes how one of the 2 defendants allegedly destroyed evidence of the illegal conspiracy. The third indictment charges a single defendant. I will refer to it as the obstruction indictment. As alleged in this indictment, a police officer destroyed, altered, and falsified records in an effort to obstruct a federal investigation. Specifically, the indictment describes how the police officer was assigned to monitor a wiretap. how he used his own personal phone to call a target of the wiretap, and how he then prevented that call from being recorded during the wiretap. The officer then falsified records related to his call. The defendant is also charged with a civil rights violation in which he allegedly confiscated a citizen's phone and damaged it to prevent the retrieval of relevant evidence. The fourth indictment is the deprivation of rights indictment. This 29-page indictment describes a disturbing litany of civil rights violations by 3 officers of the Antioch Police Department. The alleged crimes include the improper deployments of a canine as well as weapons in order to harm individuals in and around Antioch.
This was a one-of-a-kind investigation as the corrupt officers were held accountable for their activities and were taught a lesson. Soon, Special Agent Robert Tripp came on and claimed how they were able to catch these cops.
All of these individuals were previously or are currently associated with either the Pittsburgh Police Department or the Antioch Police Department. None of those arrested were actively engaged in law enforcement, although 3 were current employees of local departments who had been placed on administrative leave. The arrest warrants were served today across the Bay Area as well as in Hawaii and Texas. More than 100 FBI personnel participated. They were drawn from our San Francisco, our Sacramento, our Los Angeles, our Dallas, and our Honolulu field offices. These arrests are the culmination of more than 2 years of painstaking and methodical investigative work by the FBI, by the United States Attorney's Office, and by the Contra Costa District Attorney's Office. The FBI treated these arrests like any other operation. We used the same processes to assess risk, and we used the same techniques to mitigate that risk. Tactical assets such as SWAT teams, our crisis negotiators, and our surveillance teams supported the operations this morning. They are, in fact, violations of federal criminal statutes committed by sworn officers dedicated to upholding the law, and the citizens of our community deserve law enforcement personnel who practice what they enforce. Any breach of the public's trust is absolutely unacceptable. The operations today make clear that no one is above the law. The FBI and our partners are absolutely committed to protecting the civil rights of members of our communities.
Later, the mayor claimed that this was a dark day for Antioch's history, as people entrusted to enforce the law were found violating it. A civil rights attorney was also questioned regarding this incident, and he claimed this investigation to be revolutionary and would change the way police departments operate for good.
That can begin the changing of the culture. The culture that existed within the police department here was one of total disrespect, racism, practicing, physical brutality, but really out of control. There were no real constraints on these officers, so there wasn't any accountability. So we hope this is the first step toward regaining accountability and control of the department.
We also have to appreciate the efforts of the FBI, who spent more than 2 years trying to track these tyrant cops down and kick them off their positions. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we got to see instances where FBI agents owned police officers and taught them a lesson in law. The second case was a stark reminder to law enforcement officers to always maintain their discipline and never consider themselves above the law. The FBI officials tracked down and charged 10 officers. We hope this serves as a reminder statewide to discourage officers from committing illegal activities without considering the consequences. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.